Dear Seeker, before we speak about artificial intelligence and human beings, may we begin with a pause? Not a technical pause, but a human one. For the first time in history, we are surrounded by machines that can write, speak, analyze, create, and even appear to think. They answer our questions instantly, learn from our behavior, and quietly shape the world around us. And yet, beneath this rapid progress, a deeper question waits patiently to be asked. What truly separates intelligence from being alive? Artificial intelligence is often described as the pinnacle of human innovation, a system that can calculate faster than us, remember more than us, and process information at a scale the human mind cannot reach. In many ways this is true. AI has become a powerful extension of our cognitive abilities. But intelligence, as humans experience it, has never been only about speed or accuracy. Human intelligence includes doubt. It includes curiosity. It includes emotion, morality, creativity, and the ability to sit with unanswered questions. A machine can offer solutions, but it does not wonder whether those solutions are meaningful. It can predict outcomes, but it does not fear consequences or hope for something better. It does not wake up questioning its purpose, nor does it struggle to understand itself. And perhaps that is why the conversation about AI versus humans feels so personal. This is not merely a debate about technology. It is a reflection on who we are and who we may become. In this video, we will not approach this topic with fear or blind optimism. Instead, we will walk carefully as seekers do, examining intelligence, creativity, consciousness, ethics, and the future that lies ahead. Not to declare a winner, but to understand the difference. So, let us begin this journey together, with patience, curiosity, and respect, for both the machines we build and the humanity we carry. What is intelligence really? Before comparing artificial intelligence and human beings, we must first ask a foundational question. What do we actually mean by intelligence? In today's world, intelligence is often measured by speed, efficiency, and accuracy. By these standards, artificial intelligence performs remarkably well. It can analyze vast amounts of data, detect patterns invisible to the human eye, and arrive at conclusions within seconds. In narrow domains, its performance often exceeds human capability. And yet, this definition of intelligence is incomplete. Human intelligence has never been a single ability. It is layered, diverse, and deeply contextual. As explored in frames of mind, intelligence appears in many forms: linguistic, logical, emotional, interpersonal, creative, and even existential. A mathematician, an artist, a caregiver, and a philosopher are all intelligent in different ways, even though their abilities cannot be measured by the same scale. Artificial intelligence operates primarily within instrumental intelligence, the ability to achieve a defined goal efficiently. Humans, however, also possess reflective intelligence, the ability to question goals themselves. A machine can calculate the fastest route. A human may ask whether the journey is worth taking. AI can optimize decisions. Humans wrestle with meaning, values, and consequences. This distinction matters deeply, because intelligence in its fullest sense is not only about arriving at correct answers, it is about understanding context, carrying responsibility, and living with uncertainty. Humans can hold contradictory ideas, feel conflicted, and still move forward. They can act against efficiency in favor of compassion. Artificial intelligence does not doubt itself. Humans do, and often grow wiser because of it. So as we begin this comparison, let us remember, AI demonstrates intelligence. Humans experience it, and that subtle difference changes everything. Learning, training versus experience. Now that we have reflected on intelligence itself, let us gently move to the question of learning. At first glance, artificial intelligence appears to learn in a way that feels almost miraculous. It absorbs enormous datasets, identifies patterns across millions of examples, and steadily improves its performance. This process is precise, measurable, and repeatable. Each improvement is the result of optimization. Human learning, however, follows a very different path. Humans do not learn only through repetition, they learn through experience. A single failure can teach more than 1,000 correct answers. A moment of empathy, loss, or realization can reshape a lifetime of beliefs. In thinking, fast and slow, we are reminded that human thinking operates through two intertwined systems. One fast and intuitive, the other slow and reflective. Our learning is influenced not only by logic, but by emotion, memory, and context. Artificial intelligence adjusts parameters. Humans adjust perspectives. AI improves by being corrected. Humans grow by being changed. A machine does not feel regret when it makes an error, nor does it carry lessons forward with emotional weight. It simply recalculates. Humans, on the other hand, remember mistakes vividly. They feel them. And often, those feelings guide better judgment in the future. This is why human learning is uneven, sometimes inefficient, and occasionally painful, but also deeply transformative. AI becomes more accurate. Humans become more aware. AI accumulates knowledge. Humans develop wisdom. As seekers, this distinction invites humility. While artificial intelligence may learn faster, human learning carries meaning, depth, and moral awareness, qualities that cannot be downloaded or trained. So when we speak of learning, let us recognize AI learns to perform. Humans learn to understand. And in that understanding they evolve. Creativity, generation versus imagination. As we move forward, we arrive at a question that feels almost sacred to the human experience: creativity. In recent years, artificial intelligence has begun to write poems, compose music, paint images, and tell stories. To many, this feels astonishing, even unsettling. It invites an understandable question. If a machine can create, what makes human creativity special? The answer lies not in the output, but in the origin. Artificial intelligence creates by generation. It analyzes patterns from what already exists and recombines them in new ways. This process can be impressive, elegant, and even beautiful. But it is fundamentally derivative. It depends entirely on prior human expression. Human creativity, however, arises from imagination shaped by experience. In the creative act, creativity is described not as production, but as perception, a sensitivity to inner impulses, emotions, and moments that cannot be predicted or repeated. A human creates because they feel something that cannot remain unexpressed. Pain becomes poetry. Joy becomes music. Confusion becomes art. Artificial intelligence does not feel tension between what is and what could be. It does not wrestle with self-doubt, longing, or inspiration. It does not sit in silence waiting for an idea to arrive. A machine can generate a love song, but it has never loved. A machine can paint sorrow, but it has never grieved. This does not diminish AI's usefulness, it clarifies its role. AI expands creative tools. Humans provide creative truth. So as seekers, we may appreciate AI's creative abilities without mistaking them for imagination itself. Because creativity at its deepest level is not about novelty, it is about authentic expression. And that, at least for now, remains profoundly human: consciousness and emotion. As we continue this journey, we arrive at a boundary that remains largely untouched by machines: consciousness. Artificial intelligence can simulate conversation, recognize emotions, and respond in ways that appear thoughtful. Yet beneath this surface, something essential is missing. AI does not possess awareness of itself. It does not experience the world, it processes it. Human consciousness, by contrast, is deeply subjective. Humans do not simply observe reality, they feel themselves within it. They experience fear, wonder, guilt, hope, and longing. They reflect on their past, imagine their future, and question their own existence. In The Emperor's New Mind, the idea is explored that consciousness may not be fully explainable through computation alone. It may arise from processes that go beyond algorithms and formal logic. A machine can describe pain. A human knows what pain feels like. A machine can recognize happiness. A human experiences joy and its absence. Artificial intelligence does not fear death, nor does it search for meaning. It does not feel responsible for its actions, and it does not carry moral weight. These experiences, complex and often uncomfortable, are uniquely human. Emotion is not a flaw in human thinking. It is a guide. It teaches empathy. It signals danger. It deepens connection. AI remains emotionally neutral. Humans are emotionally alive. This difference is crucial, especially as we entrust machines with greater influence. Without consciousness, AI cannot care. Without emotion, it cannot truly understand what is at stake. So as seekers, we may admire AI's capabilities, but we must remember, consciousness is not something we calculate, it is something we live. And it is within this living awareness that humanity finds its deepest responsibility. Power, ethics, and responsibility. As we approach this part of our journey, the conversation naturally shifts from what AI is to what AI does, and more importantly, what it enables humans to do. Artificial intelligence holds extraordinary power. It can influence public opinion, shape economic systems, automate decisions, and affect lives at a scale no individual human ever could. This power, however, does not belong to the machine itself. It belongs to those who design, deploy, and direct it. AI does not choose its purpose. Humans choose for it. A machine can recommend actions, predict outcomes, and optimize efficiency. But it does not understand justice, fairness, or moral consequence. It cannot be held accountable, nor can it feel remorse. In Life 3.0, the central concern is not whether AI will become powerful, but whether human wisdom will grow alongside that power. Technology evolves rapidly, ethics often move more slowly. This imbalance is where risk emerges. When efficiency is valued over empathy, harm can scale silently. When decisions are automated without oversight, responsibility becomes unclear. AI reflects the values embedded within it, both consciously and unconsciously. If humans act with care, AI can amplify good. If humans act carelessly, AI can magnify harm. This is why ethics cannot be outsourced. Human responsibility does not disappear because a machine is involved. In fact, it becomes heavier. The presence of AI demands greater humility, transparency, and foresight from its creators and users. As seekers, we are invited to ask difficult questions. Not only can we build this, but should we? And who is affected when we do? Power without conscience is dangerous. Technology without wisdom is incomplete. And so, the future of AI is ultimately a reflection of human values. Nothing more and nothing less. The future, competition or collaboration. As we near the end of this journey, we are gently led to the question that lingers beneath all others. What kind of future are we moving toward? Much of the conversation around artificial intelligence is framed as a competition. A race between humans and machines, where one must inevitably surpass the other. But this framing may be misleading. Artificial intelligence was not born from opposition. It was born from human curiosity. AI extends our capacity to calculate, analyze, and predict. It can assist in medicine, help us understand climate systems, expand access to education, and support creative exploration. In these roles, AI does not replace human purpose. It supports it. In Human Compatible, the emphasis is placed on alignment, ensuring that AI systems serve human goals and remain guided by human values. The challenge is not making AI more intelligent, but making sure it remains compatible with what we care about. AI can show us patterns. Humans decide what those patterns mean. AI can suggest actions. Humans choose which actions are ethical. The future, then, is not predetermined by technology. It is shaped by intention. If humans pursue domination, fear may define our systems. If humans pursue collaboration, AI can become a powerful ally. This requires self-awareness. It requires restraint. And it requires remembering that progress is not only technological, it is moral. As seekers, we are invited to see AI not as a rival, but as a responsibility. A tool that reflects our priorities, our blind spots, and our hopes. The true question is not whether AI will become more capable. It is whether humans will remain wise enough to guide it. And in that guidance lies the future we are choosing, quietly, collectively, every day. As we come to the end of this reflection, it may be tempting to search for a final answer, to declare whether artificial intelligence is a promise or a threat, a tool or a turning point. But perhaps the wisest response is not certainty. Perhaps it is awareness. Throughout this journey, we have seen that artificial intelligence can calculate, predict, generate, and optimize. It can assist, accelerate, and amplify. Yet it does not pause to wonder who it is becoming or what its actions mean. That responsibility remains with us. To be human is not to be the fastest thinker. It is to be the most reflective one. Humans carry memory, emotion, imagination, and conscience. They struggle with doubt, wrestle with meaning, and still choose to care. These qualities cannot be automated and they cannot be replaced. The presence of AI invites us to look inward. It asks us to clarify our values. It challenges us to define progress. It reminds us that intelligence without wisdom is incomplete. The future will not be shaped by machines alone. It will be shaped by everyday human decisions, by how we design technology, how we use it, and how thoughtfully we choose to live alongside it. So as you step away from this video, may you carry not fear but responsibility, not resistance but discernment, and not complacency but curiosity. Artificial intelligence will continue to evolve. The deeper question is whether humanity will evolve with equal care. If this reflection has stirred thought within you, I invite you to continue the conversation, with others, with yourself, and with the world you help shape. Thank you for walking this path, seeker. And above all, thank you for choosing to remain human.